Alright, folks, my name is Tiffany Daniels, and welcome to another episode of Spilling Tea. So, there were some folks requesting for it online, and, excuse me, I know I'm not necessarily one of the bigger channels here on YouTube, nor can I do, obviously, the split screen, since I keep running into troubles with these companies I'm dealing with. But I did go ahead and take a look at the trailer for City of Lies, and people were requesting to get opinions of what you think in regards to the movie so far based off the trailer. So we're going to go ahead and go over that, and of course we'll do my this word doesn't mean what you think it means video right after this. So, the City of Lies, of course, is basically covering the shootings of Tupac Shakur and Biggie Smalls that was done back in the 90s. Now, what I remember being a teenager during this time was what was hyped up and what was in the media at the time was East Coast versus West Coast, the rap wars, right? What the media basically perpetuated back then was the rap wars, East Coast versus West Coast, that went too far and ended up having a violent conclusion. And that's really all I remembered from that particular time period. I didn't realize that there was actually more layers to the actual story than what they were pushing out at the time, which conveniently, nowadays, was also going towards their narrative of coming down on all kinds of things in regards to rap artists at the time. But whatever. We'll not get into that. What I'm getting from the trailer is basically that the case and those who have been looking into the case since have been largely suppressed and denied access to evidence due to the fact that it is an ongoing, open investigation. At least that's what it seemed from the little clip that I've seen of it. Basically, it shows signs of cover-up in regards to the LAPD. There may be some other elements behind it as well. The Tupac murder is, of course, talked about. If you remember, like I said, East Coast, West Coast rap wars, it was insinuated for a very long time that Biggie had Tupac killed. If you remember in an interview that Biggie did years later, Biggie, after Tupac got shot, said, "I'm going to be next." But this should be interesting because it's going to have a lot of information. For me, someone who's not really all that familiar with the rap music or that rap music culture or even that side of things, it's going to have a lot of information that I didn't know. So I would be interested to take a look at this movie just because now I'm curious about what the actual hell actually did go on. And if there is a cover-up on both of their deaths, how was this whole West Coast versus East Coast rap wars, violence goes too far, how did we all, myself included, end up swallowing that line so easily? I will find that, and I guess, especially now with my eyes open with the Depp case and the Me Too and everything that's going on, how far did the corruption go? Was the media part of it? Because we don't know. The way we've been seeing things lately, God, I hate being a conspiracy theorist, but this stuff is out of control. But anyways, I would say especially if you're me and you were a teenager during the time, but you were caught up and just taking at face value, it was just East Coast versus West Coast, wars went too far. Definitely go ahead and go out and see the movie. Not just because we want to absolutely go out there and support JD with all that's going on right now, but also this sort of thing matters. Now, there are good cops out there. My dad who passed away, was a cop. He was one of those honest cops that ended up losing his badge, but that's a story for another day. People tend to not like it when the big guy that you just think is a yokel is actually a well-educated guy who went to school, and the minute he stopped being Beefcake and started asking questions, yeah. But that's, by and large, different day, different time. I definitely want to see the movie because I'm curious. I'm very curious because this puts a whole spin on it, you see. This might have absolutely nothing to do with the whole rap scene at all. It would be definitely interesting to see what exactly was going on at the time and why these two huge figures of the rap music scene in the 90s were such high-profile targets. It would just be interesting to see how far the rabbit hole goes. I know, not the best review in the world. This is a story that, as you can tell, I'm not well versed in. I just have some memories of the news clips back in my head from when I was younger. So, more than likely, I will definitely see the movie and do digging into more of it and doing my own research at another time. Alright, folks. Thank you for listening to me ramble. I do appreciate your time this afternoon. Now, folks, as always, we don't have many views on this channel, and the few views we do tend to get removed by YouTube. So, if you could, please don't forget to hit that like button, hit the comments, and also, please share. I appreciate your time this afternoon, and I do hope you all have a good one.